Geeks out there in podcast land. It's Sunday, October the 6th, and you know what that means. You got yourself a brand new football-filled and jam-packed episode of the AFC Central Revisited show, presented by the Doctor's Orders podcast with the 512 Foot Doctor. The podcast where I meet with our fellow Houston freak and geek and talk the ins and outs from around the league. As always, I'm your host, the 512 Foot Doctor, covering everything Pittsburgh Steelers football, coming at you live and direct from the one and only studio of Life or Death. And joining us all the way from Houston, Texas, our co-host, Douglas Haseman, covering everything Houston Texans football. If you're a returning freak or geek, thank you very much for checking back into our regularly scheduled appointment. And if you're new here, tuning in for the first time, welcome to the Freaks and Geeks family. Freaks and Geeks, it's the first Sunday of October. It's the first football Sunday in October, and today marks a milestone for not only the 512 Foot Doctor, but Douglas Haseman as well. We had some prior engagements that we had to tend to this Sunday, today. Okay, we film these sets in advance. All right, we record them on a Monday. We edit them, process them, get them tuned. We record them on a victory or a loss Monday. Sit down, talk the beer count, talk the week to come, and give the goods, the bad, and the uglies. You know the spiel. You know the gist of the situation. But this week, Freaks and Geeks, is a very, very special week for the both of us. Douglas Haseman, as this episode comes out, he is currently in preparations to go down to NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, and root for his Houston Texans as they take on the Buffalo Bills. It should be a barn burner of a match. We're hoping for high scores. Douglas is at least. All right? So that's very special for him. And I share a common special occasion as well. Not to one up, never to one up. These are just two beautiful occasions on the first Sunday in October, commingling together in one state and the other. I myself, Freaks and Geeks, on Friday took off at the first flight out of ABIA. You know I had to hit it. Had my little mini bottles in my carry-on. You know I had to bring them. Had everything I needed. With my grandfather. The grandfather is the reason I'm a Steelers fan. It's very important. I never envisioned this man actually making it to Pittsburgh to attend a game with me. Like we've talked countless times and times on the Doctor's Orders podcast and on the AFC Central Revisited show. I've attended many games, and essentially I've never not attended a game without my grandfather. He's been there at every one. He's been there at the Astrodome games versus the Oilers. He's been there at NRG versus the Texans. He's been there at what's AT&T Center, I guess that's what they call it, over in Dallas versus the Cowboys. And those are all the games that him and I have caught. Beautiful games, solid share of wins, fair share of losses, and even a beautiful Christmas game down there in Houston as they took on the Texans. But today, we're finally, him and I, we are checking in, walking through the gates for some Sunday night football action at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as the Pittsburgh Steelers take on the Dallas Cowboys. That's just to open the show, Freaks and Geeks. As always, I'm going to drop the feed in right here. It's a great feed. We talk week 4. It was a win and a loss. Okay? You have them. You move them. You take them. You move on to the next week, and you prep for the next week. And we're ready. So, again, Douglas, thanks for being the co-host. Thanks for checking in. I know you're busy. You got all your shit going on. But thanks for sitting down weekly with myself, talking football for you Freaks and Geeks out there. Continue to support Freaks and Geeks. Continue to listen to the AFC Central Revisited show. Go follow Doug on Instagram at HowIDougie, and follow myself on Instagram, the 512 Foot Doctor. Other than that, let's drop the feed. It's a beautiful week, and we're out there. Here we go. This is the AFC Central Revisited show. You got the 512 Foot Doctor coming at you live and direct on a little late night edition of the podcast. Joining us, as always, the Douglas Haseman, all the way from Houston, Texas. What's going on, big guy? What's going on? How you doing today?
Oh, really good. And finally, another victory Monday for me.
Tell me about it.
It was pretty good. Pretty good feeling. I had a great day at work after the win. Yeah, it's good to be back in the win column.
That's good shit. I feel you on that. I'm glad you got it. I'm not feeling good all day long, dude.
Oh, really? Still?
It's been fucked.
It wasn't that bad. You guys played pretty good.
It played well in like the fourth, or yeah, pretty much the third and the fourth. But I don't know. Top it all off, fucking Pete Rose is dead, and I don't feel so good myself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that fucking blows hard. But we'll move on. But honestly, dude, at work was fucked. Work was fucked, and it wasn't even like because of the loss, but that was the lingerer. That was like the last burn, and I was like, "What?" I was talking with everybody, and everybody was like, "Nah, it's not happening today. Like something's up, something's fucking off. The water's sour. We don't know what's going on. It's just not working today." From like everybody at work I was talking to. But so you want to throw the review? You want me to review first? Oh, prior. What's up with that beer count? How was that beer count yesterday?
0 because I had to go to work. Oh. But what did I do? I did 2 when I got home. 2 when I got home.
That's cool.
Next week I'm going to the game. That's going to be probably a pretty high beer count.
Yeah, that's good shit. I'm glad. I'm happy for you on that one. I think I hit 2 at the studio, and then I was drinking a little art cars. The remainder of the art cars, I think I got 1 left, so I got 2 art cars, and then I hit 5. What is it? Is it Lone? No, what the fuck is it? Native Texan Light, the light ones.
Oh, those are good.
I fuck with the light ones heavy. That's like my other grand prize alternative. So I hit like 5 of those. I hit the 2 art cars, and then I showed you that 1 beer that I was drinking yesterday. What the fuck is it called? That was a fucking good one.
That one I thought was gonna turn the game around.
I was hoping.
You sent me that. I was like, and then y'all started catching up.
It did. What the fuck was that thing called? The West Coast Squash, West Coast IPA out of fucking Pittsburgh, Texas. Ciderlands Beer Company. I might have to go check them out while I'm up there this fucking weekend. We'll see how that goes. But that's the beer count. Nothing else. Smoking a little dope the entire time and just trying to fucking remain calm. You want me to give the review first, or you want to give the review?
I can go first.
All right, let's go for it.
I just watched the highlights. It's fresh on my mind. So watching the game, I felt like we didn't play good. I was like, this sucks. And then we pulled out the wins. That was cool. But watching the highlights, I thought we played pretty good, especially not having a run game.
Yeah.
Like, we had no run. We had Daure Wale or whatever the fuck. That was pretty sick. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like once Mixon comes back and Pierce, if he does anything when he gets back, it's going to be pretty good. And the defense left a little bit to be desired in the first half, but they turned it back up for the second half, for sure.
Yeah. Throw us that box score. What was that?
Oh, man. I always had it pulled up. I didn't have it pulled up yet. It was – I just watched it. I think in the first quarter, they got the first touchdown.
Yeah, they did.
And then who got the next touchdown? First quarter, they got 10 points. They got a field goal, too. We got 7. Next quarter, they got a field goal. We got 10 points. That was, I believe, a Nico Collins touchdown and a field goal. Third quarter, they got 7 more. We didn't get anything in the third quarter.
Yeah, y'all had a good sack in the third, though. I like that one.
Yeah, that was real good. And it was a guy who usually doesn't get sacks. I can't remember who it was, but it was like a new guy getting the sack. And then the fourth quarter, we held them scoreless, and we got that last touchdown, that last rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
And I also won, like, a fun fact about the game, that Stephon Diggs' running touchdown was his first ever career rushing touchdown.
I saw that. That's dope. Yeah, I just watched those highlights too myself. There was some good action on the field. I fuck with it heavy.
Yeah, it looked good. Like, all the highlights looked like pretty good.
Yeah.
But watching the game, I think it was the penalties. The penalties really crushed us, and I guess that's probably part of like what felt like we weren't playing good watching the game.
Yeah. No, I definitely get that. Man, what was your goods, your bads, and your uglies there?
I'd say the good is for sure the passing attack.
Yeah.
It's killer, looking great. The bad penalties again. I think that's what I said last week too. And I guess kind of the O-line. The O-line wasn't looking great. And yeah, defense as a whole, like the pass protection wasn't awesome. And then the ugly, it wasn't that ugly. I'm trying to think of what the ugliest thing I saw was. Probably just that, like, CJ getting sacked was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I think it was only one. It might have been 2 sacks, but I think it was just the 1 sack. And the fact that, again, with the penalties, but it's ugly that we probably left 100 passing yards on the table with penalties. Like, at least like 70 to 90 passing yards. I don't know the exact number, but it was not good.
CJ's got some nice passing pocket presence, I think. Just watching that game, because the fucking run game is almost not there. It was there, but it was almost not there. So he definitely favored the pass, and just his in pocket security and functioning it and getting out of that motherfucker when he needed to. It looked pretty nice. He didn't take he did take a sack or two, but for the most part, his pocket presence looked pretty nice on how long he could stay there, and then what he needed to do to get out of it and fucking just get some yardage. I did notice that for the most part.
Yeah, he looked really good. I mean, I'm pumped. I hope he stays with the franchise. I hope he's like our Tom Brady. He's with us for a really long time.
So this is year 2 for him, right? Of a 5-year contract?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I don't know what his contract is, but yeah, this is year 2.
Those rookie contracts are usually 5, I think. I think. I could be wrong, but I think they're usually 5. Yeah, because Najee's is 5, or was 5. It's currently in year 4 or something like that.
Oh, I thought he was already done.
Nah, they're trying to. They want to negotiate something. He wants to negotiate something with him too, but we'll see what's up.
He's
on
good.
that.
Y'all should keep him if you can. If not, actually, we kind of need him, so y'all can let him go for us.
Yeah, I hope. I've liked him. I definitely liked him in comparison to who was the last main head was like James Conner. That was like That was like a good story, but he tried his hardest. He just wasn't big enough. And then when they got Najee, I think his first year was just getting acclimated to the league, and then this is year 4 for him. So he's just making adjustments and shit like that, especially having to go through. Go ahead.
I know you hate the Ravens, but did you see that Derrick Henry run?
No, I didn't watch any of that shit.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be cool to have Derrick Henry on your team.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm biased because of fucking where he's at, but
I mean, he fucked me on the Titans for so many years. Like, yeah. I wonder how many touchdowns he scored or how many yards he ran on the Texans. In his career. Yeah,
but didn't produce shit because of like the organization he was with. You know, like now that he's with a different organization, that's who he was for his entire career, right?
Titans, yeah, I believe so. Yeah, he went from Alabama to the Titans.
So I think that was the way he's going to have to try and win a championship is 1, get the fuck out of Tennessee, check. 2, go to an organization that can give you a better chance. Check, I guess. So
yeah, I was like, I didn't expect you to say that.
But I don't know. Fuck them. So
I like the Ravens. I know you hate them. I mean, well, they did beat us last year in the playoffs, so.
It's so like I said, it's so like odd that I hate them, but it's my favorite game to watch. Like that's like Christmas for me, and I love it so much. And I have to love them for being there, for being the opponent that's put through like so many really, really fucking good games that I've always enjoyed. So. Yeah, I don't know. It's a double-edged sword there. I still fucking hate him, but yeah.
Love-hate relationship.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's like 2 fucking good boxers that went 3 fucking fights, and you just fucking, at the end of the day, they fucking love each other for it. All right, man. Here's my take. Stop me when you've had enough, okay?
Yeah, right.
So, and end result game was 27-24. Colts won it at home. First quarter, I was at the fucking station. I'm at the station until about like 10 minutes into the second quarter, or 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter, and then I can dip back home. But just to see that first quarter and the first like drive that Indianapolis put up was just like a all run down the fucking throat and just run into the fucking end zone, and that's one. And they do it again, I believe. I forget if the second one was a run, but I'm pretty sure that it was. So Indy puts up fucking 14 points in the first quarter. We go to the third. We go to the second. Both teams put up a field goal, 3 points there. So it's 17-3 going into halftime. Halftime pops off. Steelers get the ball. Opening up in it, they go get a touchdown in that quarter. Indy doesn't score at all. Then we go to the fourth. Pittsburgh throws up 14. Indianapolis throws up 10, and that's the end result. I want to start off this like review by saying fuck Joe Flacco. I've always despised that motherfucker, and I've always been so just fucking thrown off by like he'll just pop up and do good. Wasn't he with the fucking Browns last year?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And then I was not expecting this. I don't know, like, didn't cover it last week, didn't fucking have it on my radar completely. And then I see him, and I was like, this motherfucker's going in.
Dude.
I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, first off, they injure the fucking Colts quarterback, like, in the first. So that's a positive. Don't like the injury, but if we're going to take the player out, the player's going to be done. That's an element of the team that's no longer at their disposal. But then this motherfucker comes in, and I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, you've been following me for fucking years, fucking with my fucking, with my Sundays and with my fucking Mondays and Thursdays. And, like, I wanted them to hit that motherfucker just as hard as they fucking took out the first guy. But it didn't happen. They got a couple of sacks on him. But let me go through the goods, the bads, and the uglies. The goods, 24 points. I hit my prediction number. It was still a loss, though. But this is the most points the team has put up in 4 weeks. The other good, Justin Fields, I liked what I saw. I liked the fact that in the fourth quarter, he turned on too late. He turned on to save the game. He didn't turn on to fucking put the team ahead. Like, I feel what's his name, Hibbert for Indianapolis?
Yeah. Wait, is that the
is it Jonathan Taylor? No, who's there?
Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor's a running back.
Who's their quarterback? Let me see.
Anthony Richardson.
There we go. I was thinking about L.A. My fault. Anthony Richardson. So he's working in the first quarter, and they fucking take him out. And but I think he was very threatening off top to just go first drive, boom. They get their second fucking drive, and boom, and then he's out. So if he would have stayed in, who knows what the fuck would have happened, but I would have hoped a scheme would have come along. Going back to what I was trying to relate that to Justin Fields, he's got to start off like that. They've got to start off quick, hot, going in. I think this was just like we can get to 4-0 game, and I don't want to say let's coast, but that's not good when these motherfuckers score twice on you in the first quarter, and y'all ain't got no rebuttal whatsoever. And your only rebuttal in fucking 2 quarters is 3 points? Nah, you got to put some shit together.
You talked about it last week about playing down to your opponent. I feel like they did that a little bit.
Yeah.
You should be out there coaching. Dude.
I'm sure, dude. I should be out there. Some more of the goods were tight end, some tight end shine with Pat Freiermuth.
Oh, yeah. Freiermuth
yeah,
great.
He looked good. Looked like fucking Jesse James when they played New England and they fucking didn't call that a touchdown. But Freiermuth did look good. Let's see. Darnell Washington's their other tight end. He's a big motherfucker, and he was looking good. He got some good plays there. Some bad. Defense was bad. Defense was fucking horrendous. This is the most points they've allowed all season. Three away from fucking 30, and it just wasn't looking good. ball security between fucking, or for George Pickens, you see this fucking stupid ball security where he's fucking dude, secure the fucking ball and get out of bounds. Don't be doing that bullshit. That's wild. I could not deal with that. And that's like I don't want to say it's a fully ego thing, but sure, the wide receivers are always known for some egos, and that's like, I can make a fucking mistake because I'm that good, but don't fucking make a mistake because you're that good. If he doesn't fumble that fucking ball, that drive continues and they score points of some form or fashion. And that's almost a penalty right there. Like you were talking about penalties that was fucking y'all last week and fucking y'all this week. That's pretty much a penalty on yourself that you're doing for yourself by getting the fucking turnover. It's over. Take the ball away, give it back, give it to the other team. Their turn. The other bad was the center quarterback exchange. This motherfucker at the fourth quarter, trying to drive the ball down the field, center fucks up on the fucking snap, bounces off Justin Fields' fucking helmet, and that's minus fucking 10 right there. So
is he new or is it the same guy?
He's new. Yeah, he's a draft from this year, I believe. I'm almost certain, but yeah, he's new. And there's just been center quarterback exchanges that have been fucked since. I think they fucked up on the first snap of the fucking season, dude. Like that's how bad it's been, and it's been bad in the preseason too. There was always something there, so I thought they had worked on it, but this game really showed like if you resort back to those fuck ups from preseason and from like the beginning of the season, week 1, week 2. I know we're only in week 4, but still, that's pivotal shit that'll fuck you up. So good. Also, taking out the quarterback, I felt that was good. Ugly, Joe Flacco, fuck him. More uglies was no TJ Watt. He was reduced to fucking essentially nothing. But I really saw a shitload of holding on that motherfucker. Holding that's not getting called whatsoever. Yeah. So that kind of brings me to the fucking refs. Yes. Refereeing was fucking horrendous. Yesterday, for sure, I could kind of see it taking off in week 3, but yesterday for the Steelers, it was fucking really bad.
Thursday night, it was awful. Yeah. I remember watching that game, and it was just like, even Al Michaels was like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
He's the only one I like. He's the other dude that used to be with Chris Collinsworth, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they used to call Sunday night. I fucked with Al Michaels. I did not fuck with Chris Collinsworth whatsoever.
Yeah, Chris Collinsworth sucks.
Yeah, he sucks ass. But yeah, those calls were fucking terrible. I don't know if you saw the call that they made on Mika Fitzpatrick in like I think it was the 4th. It was fucking, that was bullshit, dude. It wasn't like aggressive. They're like, what else are you going to do? How are you going to penalize a guy when that's his path? What's he going to do? Fucking slide or something? Like, tell these players, tell these teams what the fuck needs to do to what should have been done in that instance. If you're going to throw the fucking flag and a big ass play like that, a fucking possible like game altering penalty like that, what should he have done? And is it going to get to the point where fucking if players are getting fined for fouls, should referees be fined for fucked off calls?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy the shit that I see them call. I think it was Thursday where there was like a face mask and they called it on the guy who got his face mask grabbed.
That's wild.
They called it on the wrong team.
Yeah.
And nobody even said anything. The announcer said something, but then they were just like, yeah, roll with it. It was crazy.
Or do you think they'll bring in the fucking challenge for penalties like that? Challenge the penalty.
They should do that. I feel like every penalty should get reviewed by like New York.
Sure, I believe so. Every major fucking, my fault. I cut you off on there. Go for it again.
No, I mean the game. Let's slow the game down a little too much. But I guess if it was just major shit, like big, like it more than you could say more than like anything more than 10 yards or something.
Yeah, I would agree. There's got to be a take on it. I would definitely say like all the pass interference calls. Holding shouldn't be under like review. That's easy. And helmet to helmet shit and stuff like that, like this roughing of some sort. I think those should all be reviewed and checked out. But I don't know, man. I think something's got to occur with these fucking officiating crews, and who fucking knows, dude. I can't make a call on it anymore. There was a good running back. Steelers had a good running back. And I think my last good was Miles Austin III had a nice little kickoff return run back, I think, to open the third, or it was during the third. Looked pretty decent. He made it fucking, I want to say midfield, maybe like 47 or something like that. He took it back pretty good run back. But that's all I got. That's my good, that's my bad, that's my ugly, dude.
Who do y'all have next week?
Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you're going. Yeah.
That's it.
It's going to be a good one.
All right, let's talk about week 5. Let's get on. Let's clean the fucking slate.
Yeah, right. Y'all are gonna crush the Cowboys, dude. Fuck the Cowboys.
I hope so. It's got to happen. I want to see it. I'm excited to see it. I'll let you open up with yours. Fuck it. You want me to open up?
I mean, I can't. I'm worried, dude. Yeah, you go first because I'm for real. I'm worried about the Bills for real.
All right, let's check this out. Well, okay. I want to get that up too. So let me see. Let me go here. Where's it at? Let's hit that one because I want to check on them. They just lost, right? Fucking the Bills. I'm sorry, I'm making it about that, but they played the Ravens, right?
Yeah, they lost pretty bad to the Ravens, but the Ravens are pretty fucking good.
They're starting to find their fucking click. I think that was their like upset game. You know, they're like, we can't be fucking 4-0 or fucking 1-3. That was
in Baltimore.
Yeah, so that's one thing there.
Okay, so maybe if they lost in Baltimore, maybe they'll come lose in Houston.
Yeah, hopefully.
That would be bad for the Bills, though. That's another thing is like them losing 2 times to 2 AFC teams.
Yeah,
is going to be really bad. So I don't think they're going to let that happen.
Who knows?
One way or another. Like Josh Allen is not going to let that happen.
We never know.
I'm a closet Bills fan.
Yeah.
I thought about wearing my Bills shirt under my Texans jersey when I go to the game. And if we start losing, just taking the jersey off. This is a bit. Like, I don't really care that much, but it'd be a funny joke.
Yeah, that's good. That's good shit. I don't know, man. If y'all can get that run game back and fucking continue the pass and continue a better defense, the defense from week 1 through week 3, it's quite possible. We got to contain Josh Allen, though, dude. Sack his ass. That's it. Yeah, right. All right, so Sunday Night Football, Steelers, Cowboys. This is week number 5. Let's throw I guess I'll throw a prediction. First off, I'll be there. Super excited for that. We've been talking about that. We talked about that last week. We'll talk about it right now. Cowboys last played. Who was it? Fuck. That's that far back? No, okay, that was the win. That was Thursday over. They won. They beat New York. That was a fucking horseshit game. I thought they were coming off that loss from Baltimore. But did you watch that New York versus Cowboys last week? I think it was Thursday.
Yeah, I think so.
A fucking snail of a game, dude. It was fucking dry as shit. It was horrible. I think all 15 of those fucking points from New York were field goals.
Yeah.
So that's how fucked off it was. So they got a lot of injuries. It says Micah Parsons, I think he's out. I'm pretty sure that's what they got. A lot of injuries on their players. So I don't know too much about their roster and shit like that, but they're 2-2. Going into Heinz Field, it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be dark. Hopefully, it's a little cold. I haven't checked the weather yet. I'm sure it's first week of October. We'll see how that pops off, and a solid fucking night game. I'll get to see the fucking squad. It's 4th fucking row on the visitor side, but I don't think there is a visitor side at fucking Heinz Field. I think it's all fucking one unit, and it's like right in front on the side of the end zone, maybe like right in the 1 area territory. It's I'm excited. I've sat caddy corner. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking great. I've never sat this low. I've sat like in the section above me, which is still in the lower like tier, but I've never sat fucking 4th row. I don't think I've sat 4th row since fucking.
You might catch a ball, dude.
Who knows?
Touchdown.
Who fucking knows? I would only hope.
You're definitely gonna catch a T-shirt or two.
Something like that. I hope so.
T-shirts up there.
So I'm excited to fucking check that out. It's gonna be a fucking bitch of a travel because it's gonna be wake up early, get there early, chill Friday afternoon, chill Saturday afternoon, chill Sunday, get fucking energized, and then fucking hit the game hard. But then I gotta wake up fucking damn near like 4:00, 3:30 to get to the airport on Monday morning to dip back home, be here like at 11. I'm probably not gonna get home to my house until like 1. And then after 1, dude, I think I'm shutting down. I think it's over. I'm just going to fucking sleep. Yeah. But I'll be there. If you see me out there, fucking freaks and geeks, I'll be in the corner, fucking Color Rush Roethlisberger jersey on all day long. Gonna break out a new fucking pair of Jordans, some fucking my new Love Ones. I forget what year they're from, but I haven't fucking rocked them whatsoever. The fit's gonna be fucking. Yeah, fit's gonna be fucking slick. I know my fucking grandpa's gonna rock something dope. He might rock the same fucking Cordell Stewart jersey. I can't hate him for it. I don't know. I can't hate him for it. But super excited. He's never been. And I don't even think this motherfucker's been like on a plane before. So, yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm ready. Like, let's get it. I don't feel sorry for him, but the first flight is a fucking straight flight. It's like 2.5 hours. That's easy. On the way back, dude, it's like fucking 7.5 hour trip. It's like I forget where our layover is at. I don't remember, but I'll have to figure that out at some point. But yeah, that return trip's a fucking bitch with that layover.
That's gonna suck.
Yeah, but fuck it. So I'm excited about that. And I guess let's talk score predictions. Let me go back to their bullshit. If they hit 24, I would like to see them do that again. And let's see. Cowboys are up there for putting a couple of scores together at least. First game they scored 33, so that's a big number. Second game they scored 19 on the loss. Third game 25 and a loss, and then 20 and a win. So they can score minimum 20 points. 20 points, yeah, call it 20. So they can't let anything happen on that. They got to capitalize on all those Cowboys injuries and shit like that. Sack the shit out of fucking Dak Prescott. So this guy says, "Here we go" for the snap call.
Yeah, somebody else was doing that too. I think like Andy Dalton was doing it too. I don't like that.
I hate that shit. Especially like it's only ironic because that's the fucking Steeler motto, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. Oh man, I didn't know that. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. So who knows what's gonna happen on that? I don't know. But score prediction, I want to see 28-14.
That'd be pretty good.
I'm gonna throw that in there.
Pretty good.
28-14, week 5.
Oh man, I almost want to predict like a loss for the Texans, but I don't. Just because I want to be. I know I shouldn't, but I'm honestly kind of feeling that might be what the case is going to be. But I'm going to be optimistic, and I'm going to say, in a great world, and our defense is going to crush it and get a bunch of turnovers and a bunch of pick sixes. I still think the Bills are going to score 24. I think Bills are going to score 24. I think the Texans are going to do score over 30. We're going to score like let me think. I think we're going to go 32.
32.
So 24-30 or 32-24 Texans win.
Let's see.
High scoring game. That would be a beautiful game to be at. A high scoring game.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to be watching it. You're going to have fun for sure. 32 to 30. You said 32 to what? 24?
28.
28.
Well, no, 24. Yeah, 24. 32 to 24.
Let's see. What have they been putting up? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I was trying to look at that. Let me see.
Let's see.
This week, so far this year they put up 34, 31, 47, and then 10.
They're always
so it's like.
Josh Allen's been known for putting up some fucking numbers, though, dude.
But dude, if the game is like 47-35 or something. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Win or lose, I don't even care. It'd be cool to be at.
Yeah, big number game.
So it's gonna be an offensive game, hopefully on both sides, but either way.
Well, they gotta. Yeah, they're not. Oh, yeah. How is it that they're not in a dome? That's the thing. I know it's not in Buffalo, but why are they not in a dome? What the fuck is that about?
I think it's mostly a tax dollar issue, or the fact that kind of it's a little bit of a home field advantage to an extent. I think.
Well,
so I think it's a little bit of that.
I always thought it was like a weather thing as well. Because I mean,
like
you got.
They can't have a dome.
No, like we were talking about Minnesota last week or a week prior. Like they got the dome, and they always have all that snow and shit out there like that. But you have Buffalo in their region.
Green Bay doesn't have a dome.
That's right. But I think
Buffalo's building a dome. I think.
Yes. Okay, they are building a dome, and I only think Green Bay doesn't have a dome because what was Minnesota's original stadium? Was it a dome? Or is that
I don't think so, because the Astrodome was like the first domed stadium.
Okay, so it had to have been outdoors.
Yeah, I think almost every stadium was outdoors till like the 80s or the 70s.
Because because they've been around in the fucking league. They're like an OG team.
Yeah.
So they would have had an outdoor field at some point in time.
But I think that's kind of like the appeal and the allure. Like, I think it looks cool on TV. It's like
the dome or the outdoor?
The outdoor.
Yeah.
Like it's a home field advantage because you're used to the weather and they're not.
Yeah.
It's also like, I don't know, tradition in a way a little bit, because if you're from that area, like if I grew up in a place where I had to deal with snow like every year, I would want people that come play my sports team to have to deal with the same bullshit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean?
It's definitely a benefit. The fan base probably prefers it.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Yeah, I like open stadiums a hell of a lot more than I like.
It's not as good for gambling because games get delayed or like postponed or canceled or whatever. But
now let's talk
every other aspect.
Let's talk about that, because you're not only are you our Houston inside reporter on the front lines, but you also have your hand in the gambling, in the money racket. So what are teams like looking at the spread and trying to control it to where it pays out for the payout, the over and under and shit like that?
I would hope not. Ideally, no. I think that's just based on like averages.
Yeah.
But I don't gamble that. I only do fantasy football. Like the other kind of gambling, I feel like it's too volatile.
Yeah.
I only do fantasy football.
I was hearing conversations. I want to say it was last week, and I want to say it was on fucking Pat McAfee.
Yeah, McAfee.
McAfee. Yeah, I feel like he was talking about that shit, and it was like somebody was watching the over and under, and just so that could turn out well. There was just a brief little comment made, but I don't know, man. That kind of like sparked the fucking turned the light on. I mean, I was like, what the fuck? I never considered that. Or did they got somebody up in the fucking booth trying to not necessarily control that, but hit that number? You know what I mean?
I hope not.
Yeah.
I would really hope not. But I think it works out to where it looks like it or something, because a lot of times those numbers are so accurate.
Yeah.
Like for the most part, like unless some crazy shit happens. But I feel like, I mean, again, I don't really do that kind of gambling, but
yeah.
I feel like the numbers are always pretty accurate.
Yeah.
And that's why you can only win a lot of money if you bet like against that.
Yeah.
The numbers that they put out.
And a shitload of money too, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta make
or you can do like the
bets.
parlays. I mean, I have a lot of friends that do it, and it always blows my mind how much money they make. I'm like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
It's technically not legal in Texas. I don't know how they do it, but it'll probably be legal.
It's done. It gets done, but I don't know. I don't know how they're fucking doing it either.
I don't. Man, if I lost like even just like $400 in a football season, I'd feel so stupid.
We're talking about motherfuckers losing $50,000, $80,000, $100,000, and like, what are you doing? How the fuck do you, like? How do you go home? What home do you go to when you're losing that type of fucking cash? Like, holy shit.
Yeah, if I hit like a $10,000 bet, I'd be done. I'd be like, all right, that's it for the season.
Yeah.
But you say that until you have that, and then you're like, oh, what if I do it again? You know what I mean? That's why I don't even fuck with it. I'm like, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
The fantasy football is like one lump sum, and it like I play all year for the same amount of enjoyment. I get just as much enjoyment watching the sport without being like devastated at a loss because I already paid the money.
Yeah.
And right now it's looking like I might win 2 big money leagues, so that'll be fun.
That's good. That's good. Well, fucking.
I mean, it's pretty early, but
yeah,
I'm confident.
Well, y'all are 2-0 at home. I think getting back to it, y'all are 2-0 at home. The record is the same, so this is it's going to be a good game. Y'all go on at noon, so I'm super excited to watch that.
I hope I get some tailgating in, but
yeah.
I doubt it. I think the people I'm going with are going to get there like at game time.
Oh, yeah. That's the people in your band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Hell yeah. Well, I think that's all I got, man. Enjoy the fucking game. Be safe out there, and I don't know. I'm not gonna be doing shit during the day, so I want to check y'all's game out and see what's up.
Hell yeah.
And then be looking for me in the corner if you're watching the fucking game.
Oh man, yeah. Hopefully I'll be home by the time the night game starts, so it'll be tight.
Are you working that day? Or no, you're off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
I'm off.
good.
Yeah, I'm going to the game.
Good. Hell yeah. You want to sign off with anything?
No, I'm just gonna be a nervous wreck all week waiting on this game. I was nervous for the Jags. Now I'm like really nervous.
One thing that they did have until they didn't was they still have a fucking run game that's like, how are we gonna stop this? We can't fucking stop this. It's always fucking run. I don't know. I think that's just a tradition for getting back into fucking week 4. That's just a tradition for the Jags, is they've always had a fucking like a prominent run game that is a benefit to them and not a fucking disadvantage. But yeah,
and they've been scary in years past, but this year they do kind of look like shit. But.
Yeah, no, they're done. You can't make the playoffs at what? They're not 0-4.
Yeah, I think so.
They're toast. I don't see.
I don't know because the Titans are 0-4 too, so they could probably eke out if.
On some shit like that.
Weird. Yeah, if shit shakes out weird, they could get at least like second or third in the league in the division.
We'll see. Yeah, I hate that shit. That sounds like some NFC type football shit. They always do that.
Yeah, right.
I can't fuck with dude. Like, if someone talks to me and they're talking football and they're like talking from the NFC, I'm like, I'll listen, but y'all fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like, just y'all's division. There's the stronger fucking division has been the AFC. It's always going to be the AFC. And if you compare who's fucking winning Super Bowls at the end of the year, favors are often going to go into the AFC than NFC.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, shit. Hopefully you had a good day. Have a good day tomorrow.
Will do.
This has been the fucking AFC Central Revisited show with the 512 Foot Doctor and Douglas Haseman. See you later.
Yeah, safe travels to Pittsburgh. See you soon.
All right, man. Appreciate you. We'll touch down next week.
Sure.
All right, later. Thanks. Well, freaks and geeks, that's all she wrote. Once again, I want to thank our co-host Douglas Haseman for coming in, giving his review of the previous week, and giving us his predictions for the following week. That's week 5 this week. Shout out to you, Doug. Enjoy the game. I know you're going to love it. I know it's something that you love to attend and love to check out. And it's 2 teams that you enjoy. Watch out for him, freaks and geeks. If you see him out there at NRG, say, Doug, I heard you on the AFC Central Revisited show. And freaks and geeks, if you see me out there at Heinz Field rocking the shit out that Ben Roethlisberger color rush jersey with a fire pair of Jordan black and gold sneakers on, my terrible towel, and of course, a Pittsburgh Steelers hat of some sorts, you too say, yo, Doc, I heard you on the AFC Central Revisited show. Freaks and geeks, thank you for listening. And remember, new episodes of the podcast are released every Sunday just before game time. Now check it out. Do us a favor and go subscribe to the AFC Central Revisited podcast on whichever podcast platform that you prefer. Make sure, while you're there, that you leave a comment and rate the podcast. Also, hit us up on that podcast hotline, freaks and geeks, 512-900-9226. Drop any question that you have for myself or Doug as well. It could be a football question. You could turn the tables and ask something else if you really, really desire. But chime in. Again, 512-900-9226. You can also text that number. Again, like I mentioned, be sure to follow us on Instagram. That's at How I Dougie for Douglas Haseman, and that's at the 512 Foot Doctor for myself, the 512 Foot Doctor. And tell freaks and geeks that you know about the AFC Central Revisited show. Remember, freaks and geeks, the AFC Central Revisited show is a Life or Death Studios production. Stay wild out there, freaks and geeks. Root for your squad. Until next time, we'll see you on the next one. Don't be late.